morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to Art Chat with John and Bogdan. This is, we're having a few technical issues because we're doing new and exciting things. So welcome.
What's happening is this. Facebook is open up a new window here.
Aha.
But now we should be fine.
Magic. Welcome, everybody. A couple of housekeeping bits. You know that you're joining us on Facebook Live. We're broadcasting via Zoom, so there is a bit of a delay. So please don't be surprised if you're asking us a question or a comment. We're not getting to you right away. There is a delay. And the other thing is that everything here that we'll talk about today is for sale. The whole purpose of doing this is to highlight Bogdan and my work and what we're doing and what's available. So if you fall in love with a piece, that's the time to buy it. And if you'd like to buy something, we can get it to you wherever you are in the world.
Fabulous. So let's switch to the slideshow and
Excellent.
Officially start the show. So what happened is the first two pieces, guys, are kind of two small pieces. One of mine, it's a digital drawing, and yours is a mixed media, right?
Mixed media, uh-huh.
So let's talk about mine. It's an early piece, and it's actually digital drawing printed on fine art paper. And unlike before, I do ink drawings when early in the morning when I'm waiting for John to get ready. And
I help his art wherever I can.
However, this one has been done while I was in Romania 3 years ago. I went back home and I would wake up. I was just jet-lagged. I woke up at 2-3 in the morning, and I needed to do something. And I didn't have any tools with me. What would you do at 2 o'clock in the morning? So I had the iPad with me, and I started doing digital drawings. And I thought, I have a series of these drawings. They're very sophisticated and very cool. Easy art if you want, in a way.
Now you did this completely on the iPad?
Completely on the iPad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's I didn't want it to be overdone or, when we talk about digital art, you most often think of perfections, perfect lines, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be like an original ink drawing in a way.
Sure, and it looks hand done. That's the reason I asked. And
to look real, not overdone. And I wasn't looking for perfection. It's just a, how do I say that? A creativity moment, and very organic and very relaxed in a way.
And these the color helps, I think, a lot. I mean, you have some that are just stark black and white, which are lovely as well. Very graphic, very, very kind of modern looking. And I think the color in these helps me a lot.
And I know right now they are, over exaggerated, because when the zoom, the magnifying, when it's printed, this in particular is 12 by 12.
Which is a good size, yeah.
You won't see all the imperfection, but you do see the real pattern of it.
Well, yeah, and you want to see the hand of the artist, right? It doesn't bother me that there are wiggly lines. That's just shows me that it's made by a person and not a machine.
Mm-hmm. And I thought it a great piece for a young or small space or young couple.
Well, if you frame
very modern and very clean in a way. If
you frame a 12 by 12 with a decent sized matting, it can be a pretty significant sized piece. Yes.
Right now,
I
do have this particular issue printed, and it's framed.
Yes.
And it goes for $175, and it's available here at the Silver Sea Studios. If you guys do like this one, please leave a comment or send a private message. I'd love to give it to somebody that absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's enough. I really, really think it's stunning.
So this is pretty much my first piece of the show. You want to talk about yours?
Yeah,
which
sure.
is very interesting.
Welcome to Janet. I see that she's watching. We've got
hi, Janet.
3 people on, and it just says that Janet is there. Welcome. So
Show us this one.
my piece, you want to put it up on the screen first?
Sure.
So my first piece is called Glyph number 6. I did 12 of these in a series, and this was I did these back in 2019. This was the kind of birth of my Glyph series, and where I'm trying to incorporate the idea of the written word with a visual vocabulary that we have in art. And I was trying to mix things together, and that has taken on various forms if you followed us at all. So this particular one is 9 by 12 on paper, all those in the series were, and it is mixed media in the sense that it's acrylic paints and some ink, and also some torn pages out of an old Latin textbook. I chose the Latin textbook because I love the vintage paper and the way it responds to ink and paints, but also so that you don't try and read it. I mean, if you speak Latin, good for you. Most of us don't. It's not about the words. It's about words as a visual presentation. So text as art, and that's what I was trying to explore there. So I think I really love the pieces. They are, I have them here. They don't look great when you put them in plastic bags, but it's awfully reflective. But it's not a bad size. They're kind of small.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about being small because, as I said before, any piece of art can be framed or matted on a larger scale that, would force the eye to better value the beauty of a small artwork.
So yeah, these are available here in the studio, also online.
And you have quite a few of them.
Yeah, there are 12 of them. There are 12 in the series, and I think they're very nice. And again, they were kind of the impetus for where I developed that further.
And I noticed that over these weekends when we opened the studio, several people were
they get a lot of attention.
Quite fascinated about them.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, earlier piece, that's where I was using the latex background, just latex paint, house paint, and I use that quite a lot in a lot of my pieces. So just kind of an early piece. We're looking at some early pieces. Yours was a bit of an early piece, and I'm enjoying them.
Yeah, I think it's lovely actually, and they're all lovely, by the way.
Oh yeah, I just picked one out of the series, yeah.
So now they are all here at the studio.
They're all here at the studio, and they're all available
online. And this
online.
is another good moment to remind everybody that we are in Silver Steel Studios here in Houston, and our studio is 314. It's a new studio for us. We're still exploring, we're still arranging, we're still changing things and bringing new stuff in just because it's a larger studio. That it's now composed from a gallery space and working office area space in the back.
Right. So we've got a lot more room. It's actually not more room because we had two studios across the hall from each other. But this is the same size as both of those studios. And it's much more impressive. And it's a great location in the building.
You see, it is. And we have a scooter now that we can get around.
We have a scooter because now, human moment, the bathroom is now so far away, you have to plan ahead, so we have a scooter.
Guys, if you haven't stopped by Archery Gallery, please do. The 14th annual GRED exhibition is on until August 4th, and amongst other artists, I have been selected for this show again with this Elysium sculptural photography, I would call it.
It's lovely, and again, when these things are taken a photo of them, they look flat again. This is a lovely 3D piece, kind of in a shadow box. You use those elements, looking at architecture, exploring architecture, and you used architectural elements. So that's concrete and some wire mesh, and you use some of the elements that you would find in a construction project, which I think is a lovely.
And I have quite a collection. If you guys are want to see more of this kind of style, I have a huge collection here in the studio as well.
And those are getting some lovely attention. Is this what you're going to show at the show in January?
I can't remember what January is.
January, down at the West Gallery?
Probably yes.
Okay,
Maybe the later works.
Excellent.
But we still have the Arrival exhibition at Silver Sea Studios going on. So if you guys want to stop by this Saturday, take a look of this fabulous exhibition.
It's a big show. We have, I think, around 40 artists, and the show is up in the hallways here at Silver Street. Will be up until August the 20th. I'm on the exhibition committee, and I think we got a lot of participation, and I think it's a lovely show. We had a guest curator come in, Alton Delaney, who helped to place the pieces so that they were show best. And I think it's a remarkable show, and if you haven't seen it, you owe it to yourself to stop by. The building is open from 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday, whether artists are here or not. And anytime you want to see an artist, just contact them directly. Each of these paintings or pieces, sculptural pieces, has a tag on it. If you need to contact the artist, you can get in contact.
And again, I just want to mention that lately we had new people visiting the studios, the gallery, and they are quite intimidated to get into a studio. And they are, guys, if you come at the Silver Sea Studio for your first time, do not hesitate, enter in artist studios.
If the door is open, you're welcome to go in.
We are here to welcome you.
I don't think anybody will give you a hard sell if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, you don't have to buy anything. Just look at the artworks, have a chat with the artists. We're not here to oblige anybody to buy anything.
I think most artists would attest to this, that very often a sale happens when a story is connected with a piece of art. Mm-hmm. And when you get to meet the artist in their studios, you get that story of a piece. And once you have that story, it begins to become more important to you and might be something that you would want to collect. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a great opportunity for people to connect with the artist directly in their environment.
Let's see, what else is next? The Argentina show. I just got an email for the organizer of the festival that they want to have a Zoom meeting with me, meeting with basically everybody that it's part of the show, along with other people that
that means I have to translate.
Love photography. And yes, that would be on August 27th, I believe, at 2 o'clock in the morning, because at that point in time we'll be in Romania.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I will have my.
We'll be sleepy, and I'll have to help with the Spanish. But that's really quite an honor to have been included for the third year in this festival.
And then
one day we'll actually get to go there.
And the as I mentioned before, the series I'm gonna show this time in Argentina is Nature Remembered. And what is Nature Remembered? It's actually made of figurines, porcelain figurines. We grew up as kids with them, and because they were such important elements in our life, our parents, our grandparents, we would place them on very intricate
doilies.
Mm-hmm. And I started to recreate the doilies as the natural elements, and then somehow combine these now hard to find pieces of figurines with natural elements.
It's funny. I think the world over, particularly of a certain generation, you marked the importance and the value of something in your home by putting it on a doily.
Yeah.
You didn't put everything on doilies. It was just the importance things. And I think the whole idea of using the idea of nature, of conservancy of nature, of taking care of the environment as being a way of marking it as important by giving it a doily. Mm-hmm. And the idea of this ridiculous fake representation of nature in these kind of sometimes ghastly ceramic figures may be the only way we have nature in the future if we're not careful.
I mean,
so I think it's a great message.
Look what's going on outside these days.
And the pictures are amazing. They're haunting. They make you smile. They make you wonder, and they look great with this deep black field behind them.
And two of them actually are on this exhibition at Silver Sea Studios.
And you see them in the studio. You're holding them. They look great. But when you get them out into this studio environment, into the exhibition environment, and get them well lit, and oh my gosh, they really sing.
Guys, we have a new vlog going on, and it's all about planning for Romania. We are going to Romania for a little holiday, but for work as well. We're thinking to open a satellite sort of business in Romania.
Yes, our Romanian branch.
And we want to kind of put a feet on that land as well and see where we're going to go with that.
Yeah, so the Art Life is a kind of a weekly vlog that keeps a track of what we're doing in our art business and what's happening, the people we're meeting, the places we're going, and what we're learning along the way. So that's another format that doesn't talk specifically about our art pieces as we do here.
Or, and if you like wearable, well, we have that too. Just a reminder, you can head on to Society 6 and look up for John Bishop Fine Art, and you will find his several artworks of his, and you can order yourself all kinds of
some merch,
all kinds of things, cute little things, and actually
they look great.
Yeah, you actually break up into doing some
yes,
painting on leather as well.
A work in progress. All of that had to be destroyed because the paint was tacky. So, guys, if you know how to do painting on leather, why is my paint still tacky? I've removed the surface. It's not working. I'm now on my third try with these bags.
Well, it's all explorations, and
I'll learn.
You'll get there. But guys, it's the middle of the show. We want to thank you for watching us, being here with us, supporting us, buying from us, collecting from us, and all that. And I want to give a special thank you to Alex and to Edward, who,
oh yes,
I at the beginning of the show I told you that keep an eye on my social media accounts, because I have a lot of deals going on, and those are two pieces I advertised recently and have sold. One to Alex and one to Edward.
Off of Instagram or?
Of everything.
Everywhere, all kinds of channels.
Because some people are on Instagram, some people are on Facebook, so I can't.
That's great. It's working.
Yeah, and I'm so happy about it and so humbled. Now, those are our accounts. If you want to follow us on other channels, we have on YouTube. Both of us have a separate YouTube. We share tutorials and we share work in progress videos and so on.
And by the way, Michael, just sorry about the delay here, but there is a lag. But Michael's asking, I am using leather paint, specifically leather paint. I removed the finish. I put on a sealer on top, and it's still tacky. I mean, like paper sticks to it.
Actually,
it peels off.
Actually, being sticky like this may work for the travel, when you're in travel mode, because nobody can steal that from you.
No one can steal it.
It can stick right to your clothing, and
it's also a good way to clean your suit of any hair and fuzz balls. Just pat your clothing and it will clean it up. No, I'm still trying to figure it out.
So let's move on. What's new? Well, I've been creating all kinds of things. Those are my new pieces. I
love these.
The idea of downtown summer, and when you see traffic lights and
movement,
walking sides, and how do you call this in English? That you cross the
crosswalks.
Crosswalks, and I think they're lovely. and I'm gonna continue creating on this style.
I think they are phenomenal. These are on canvas or paper?
Those are canvases.
These
both
are
of
on
them.
canvas. Excellent. And they're nice size.
Yeah, it took me a while because it's a lot of texture going on there, and I have to wait for each one of them to dry before I apply, because otherwise I can make a mess.
And I don't know if it's that we're influencing each other now that you're doing more abstract painting, but I'm using all kinds of yellows as well.
Oh.
And maybe we just have more yellow and orange in the box.
You
but,
know, sometime I have leftover paint, and I'm looking. I can't throw this away. I can't leave it here because it's gonna dry. So let's use it somehow. So this is how this particular yellow came up.
And you've got this look of being scraped. Is that scraped, or I know you're squirting with water
No,
sometimes?
it's I applying the acrylic, and I leave it for a certain amount of minutes to just partially
tacky,
dry,
uh-huh.
and then I use water pressure. It depends of the roughness I want to go for. If it's just gentle one, then I use a spray with water.
Yeah.
Or if I want a very rough one, then I take this in the yard and I put the hose on with the water
Just squirt
pressure.
the hose with. Okay.
So this is how I get.
That's what's happening to the grass. Okay.
Yeah.
No, they're lovely. Really, really stunning.
You are in the.
Yeah, this is one I'm working on. As I mentioned last time, I always like to do a companion piece when I'm doing a larger piece. So this is what I've been working on. There are two pieces here, very, very textured. I don't know quite yet what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if those are going to be planets or bubbles, or maybe they'll go kind of underneath. I don't know. Truly just getting started. But I'm loving working with the texture. I use a mastic, not the gels, because it's a little rougher, and it makes everything matte when it comes out.
What's a mastic?
Mastic is the kind of stuff you use to adhere tile to walls.
You have such thing?
It's a waterproof. It should be permanent. People are saying it's archival, and it has a little elasticity to it, so over time it doesn't just get brittle and crack and peel off.
You mean my shower is archival?
Your shower is artistically archival.
Oh, lovely. It's good to know that.
Yeah, well.
Okay, let's jump to the second part of the show, guys. And for you, I prepared the Guardians, which is a made-up photography, basically. And yours, it's a what? Is that acrylic?
That's acrylic, on paper.
Why don't you start with yours first?
Okay, we'll start with mine. This is Doorway In. It's, again, there's two of them. I was playing with some kind of, I don't know, it has a very mid-century vibe to me, but I was trying to play with some geometric figures and some shadowing, and I really like the pieces. I think the color schemes
You know
are
what
great.
it reminds me of Salvador Dali.
Well, there might be a little surrealism. It's just that I'm not that technical a painter to really, I think, pull off a lot of surrealistic images. But I think they're very, very pleasing. There's a lot of, there's gold in there, that kind of metallic gold. They're interesting. They're not a bad size either. I've got them here. They're 18 by 12. It's not a bad size. And I can say there's a pair of them. They don't match, but the colors are the same, and the style is the same.
That's great.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
I
I
love
haven't
those
shown them
ones.
in a while. They usually get a lot of attention in the studio, but nobody's pulled the trigger yet. And I like them. I think they're
very interesting. Yeah.
And again, to me, they've got this 1950s look. They've got this kind of modernist vibe. I don't know.
But you want to show the other one too?
The other one, yeah.
Let's
It's just right here.
before you come on, just like show the other one. I absolutely love these ones. They have they have a nice texture to them. There's not just flat.
And this is
Let's
the
see.
other.
And the other one
Same
is
size, but a little bit different.
Yeah, look how beautiful both of them are.
And
as a
you tried to
pair.
use the same colors so that they would go well together.
I love them. Look how
Yeah.
cool they are.
They've got that metallic gold.
So
So I like them.
Once again, guys, if you like them, they are here in our studio at Silver Sea Studios.
Or online.
Reach us, leave a comment, or send a direct message to one of our accounts.
You bet. Now, I really, again, I've said this before, I really love working with paper. think it
thought you were
responds
saying
well.
working with me was pleasant.
Yeah, I kind of like you too, but
All right, my second piece, guys, is Guardians, and it's a made-up print actually. Before I came up with the Inheritance series, I had these random photographs of the place, of the decay place of Băile Herculane or Herculane beds in Romania. So I got the chance to meet with Cecilia Villanueva. That she is a fantastic painter that paints very architectural pieces and very blue. And because I was in her proximity for so long, I thought, what if I do something photography based, that it's architectural and create a symmetry in a way. And this piece came out, actually the bricks were red, so I had to repaint everything in blue and switch the colors until I get this palette of colors. I think it's a fabulous image. It has this mirror image creates such a balanced composition that Cecilia actually saw this picture and came back and said, "Oh my God, I love it so much. I want to paint it."
She had a dream about it, didn't she?
She had a dream. She said, "I cannot live without it. I have to not only own a print of yours, but I like your permission to have a paint version of this." And I said, "Absolutely." I don't know what exactly, how exactly that looks. I know it's an artway gallery.
I saw it in process. Yeah.
But if you guys are again in Houston downtown, stop by the Archway Gallery, ask for Cecilia Villanueva, and I'm sure the painting is in the gallery.
I think that is phenomenal. You were inspired by her art,
Yes.
created this. She was inspired by this and created more art. I just think that's phenomenal.
I have to go. I haven't seen I've seen a work in progress, but I don't know how exactly look like. However,
And this is an early version of what became the Inheritance series,
and
then what became the sculptural. So this is like this whole process.
Because
going on.
even though at this point in time I didn't have an idea that I'm gonna do an Inheritance series, I was actively thinking, how do I get a piece like this in a 3D sort of situation? So this is a 2D. However, over time I was able to create something new and ingenious. Actually I do have this
Excellent.
One of the
prints
already framed.
How many are in this series?
Well, this in
edition?
particular, it's 100.
100 in this edition.
And then
It's a great size, but obviously with photography you can print various sizes.
Everybody, every Saturday that comes here, and especially this particular one was hang here in the back of the studio, they all discover this somehow. So I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. What is it? And I said, it's all made up. I was like, what? It's all made up? I said, yeah, that place does
Various pieces,
the place does not exist. It's just made up.
Well, all the bits exist.
Yeah, all the bits exist. Still.
Very, very nice. I like that.
Yeah. So this is everything we have prepared for you this week.
Yeah, and we've got a little bit of news. We've actually started the process of opening a company in Romania. So we'll see how that goes, but we're pretty nervous about it. So other than that, let's see, it's 10:29.
It's 10:30, yeah.
It's time to wrap up.
Guys, thank you for being here with us again. It was a pleasure to show you what we have and what we did.
Great to see you all. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.